Reverse Engineering UFOs Fact or Fiction. Part 1. The First Glimpse. Good evening, dear listener. As you settle into your quiet space, let your breath grow soft. Let the world around you fade. Let your mind open like the sky at night. Tonight we explore a mystery that has whispered through time. A question that dances between wonder and secrecy. What if some of the strange objects seen in the sky were not just seen, but captured? And what if, somewhere in hidden places, people have been quietly taking these objects apart, trying to learn from them, trying to reverse engineer a technology not made by human hands? This is the heart of our journey tonight. Not to prove, not to deny, but to wonder. What would it mean if we had touched something from another world? If somewhere right now, engines beyond our science were being studied, copied, rebuilt? The first stories of these objects, flying faster than sound, turning without effort, silent, smooth, impossible, sparked a simple thought. If we could hold one, we could learn, and if we could learn, we could change everything. Some say it has happened already, in deserts, in mountains, behind locked doors, pieces of metal, not from Earth, fragments of the unknown, and those fragments taken apart, bit by bit, to unlock secrets we can barely imagine. So tonight, as you drift deeper, let your mind wander to those places, not with fear, not with doubt, just with curiosity. What might we find if we dared to look inside the impossible? And what might we become if we understood? Part 2. The Secret Hangars. Welcome back. You're drifting now. Breath easy, thoughts slow, floating through the edge of mystery. And now we enter the places where secrets are said to sleep, far from cities, hidden in the silence of deserts, or buried beneath mountains, are the hangars. Not ordinary, not open, but sealed, guarded. Some believe that behind these heavy doors, strange crafts rest quietly, not made by us, not shaped by any known hand, but smooth, perfect, beyond our understanding. What if these hangars hold more than metal? What if they hold possibility? Inside, scientists and engineers, chosen, silent, careful, gather around what should not exist. They touch surfaces that do not age. They listen to machines that do not hum. They study flight without wings, movement without sound. Each day, they try to unlock the how, not to fear, not to worship, but to know. And in these secret places, dreams of flight become questions. Could we do this? Could we rebuild it? Could we take what is not ours and make it part of our world? No one outside sees. No one outside knows. But perhaps, just perhaps, something extraordinary waits in the shadows. So tonight, as you rest, let your mind walk softly through these imagined halls. Feel the quiet hum of wonder, the stillness of secrets waiting to be known. Not every door opens, but every door invites us to imagine. Part 3. Materials not of this world. Welcome back. You're deeper now, calm, still, floating gently through the unknown. And now we focus on the pieces, because to reverse engineer something, you must start with what it's made of. Some say the crafts found or captured are not just strange in shape, but strange in substance. Metals that are light, but unbreakable. Surfaces that heal when scratched or burned. Materials that seem simple until tested. And then, nothing we know can explain them. What if these objects are made from elements we have never seen? What if their atoms are arranged in ways that our science has not yet dreamed? Imagine holding a piece of something cold, smooth, weightless, and feeling that it knows more than you do. Some stories speak of alloys, layered like thoughts, changing with heat, shifting with light. Others say the metal responds, not to touch, but to mind, as if the craft is not flown, but felt, controlled not by levers, but by intention. If true, then the materials are more than parts. They are alive, in their own quiet way, built not just to last, but to belong to beings who do not think as we do. So tonight, as you rest, let yourself imagine the feel of such a thing, cool in your hand, silent in the dark, a puzzle not to be solved, but slowly understood, piece by piece, light by light. Part 4. The Challenge of Understanding. Welcome back. You're drifting now. Soft, open, carried by curiosity. And now we face the question, could we even understand it? Imagine standing before a machine from another world. It hums without wires. It moves without fuel. Its design is perfect, but not human. We look at it with our tools, our minds, our logic. But what if none of that fits? What if we are like children, looking at a clock, turning the hands, but never grasping time? Some say that in these secret places, the real struggle is not to take the craft apart, but to understand what it means. A propulsion system that bends space, a control panel with no buttons, a core that hums, but never gets hot. Our physics begins to bend. What we thought was impossible now floats in front of us. And those tasked with learning, engineers, physicists, quiet minds working in the dark, they press forward, not knowing if they're chasing fact or something forever beyond reach. Imagine the patience, the wonder, the frustration. Each part they study raises more questions. Each answer slips away, like smoke. So tonight, as you lie still, let that thought rest in you, that some things may not be understood quickly, that some mysteries take lifetimes to unfold, and that even now, somewhere, there may be hands reaching toward the unknown, not to conquer, but to learn. Part 5. Flights we cannot explain. Welcome back. You're resting now, held in the quiet, mind open, eyes soft behind closed lids. And now we wonder about flight, because what if, in these hidden places, they've not only studied the craft, but tried to fly them? Some believe test flights have happened, in the night skies, beyond locked gates, where no one watches, crafts that lift without sound, that hover like feathers, then vanish, movements that defy gravity, ignore inertia, twist through space, as if the rules don't apply. Our aircraft need engines, wings, fuel, but these, they seem to glide on something else, a force we do not yet know. Some say it's space itself, bent, shaped, folded, not traveling through space, but moving space around them. And imagine the pilots, not trained in jets, but in thought. Because if the craft responds to the mind, to focus, to feeling, then flying becomes something deeper, not pushing forward, but allowing, not control, but connection. So tonight, as you lie still, picture the sky, silent, dark, wide, and somewhere above, a light moves softly, not falling, not soaring, just flowing. A flight we cannot explain, but one day might understand. Part 6. Whispers and Cover Stories. Welcome back. You're deep in rest now, drifting between truth and wonder, floating softly through silence. And now we enter the realm of whispers. Because if reverse engineering UFOs is real, why don't we all know? Why is it hidden? Some say there are cover stories, carefully shaped tales, to explain away the strange lights in the sky, weather balloons, secret planes, imagination, pieces of unknown craft, experimental metals, scraps from old satellites. But what if these stories are not lies, but distractions, not to deceive, but to protect, to shield discoveries, not yet ready to be shared? Some believe the truth is too big, too powerful, that if people knew, it would change everything. Our science, our history, our place in the cosmos. So the whispers grow. Some claim to have seen the hidden rooms, held the strange parts, heard the engines hum. Others deny, dismiss, doubt, and somewhere in between, the mystery breathes. Maybe truth hides not in darkness, but in plain sight, wrapped in stories. Not all secrets are locked away. Some are spoken softly, so softly, that we forget to listen. So tonight as you drift, let the whispers flow around you, not to hold, not to chase, just to feel. There is more to this world than we are told, and maybe that's what keeps it beautiful. Part 7. Why keep it secret? Welcome back. You're floating now, calm, quiet, held in the soft space between thoughts. And now we ask, why keep these things from the world? Why hide the craft, the materials, the knowledge? Some say it's for power, that whoever holds the secrets holds the future. A technology beyond fuel, beyond limits, could change everything. Control the skies, control energy, control fear. Others say it's for safety, that the world is not ready. That sudden truth would bring chaos, confusion, even war. What if people saw that we are not alone? What if they knew that what we believe is impossible has already been touched? Would it bring peace or panic? And some believe the secrets are kept not just by governments, but by choice. A quiet agreement to protect something sacred, not just technology, but understanding, because some knowledge is not a tool to be used, but a bridge to be crossed carefully. So tonight as you rest, know that not all secrets are dark. Some are kept with care, with patience, waiting for the right moment to be shared. And maybe that moment is not far away. Part 8. What could we become? Welcome back. You're deep in stillness now, breath gentle, mind open, drifting softly into possibility. And now we wonder about what's next. If reverse engineering UFOs is real, if somewhere we are learning from other worlds, what could we become? With new energy, we could power cities without harm, without end. With new flight, we could travel the skies, the planets, maybe the stars. With new understanding, we might see life not as survival, but as exploration. The limits we accept could dissolve. The problems we fear could fade. We could rise, not just in speed, but in thought. A world not divided by power, but united by curiosity. A future not built on what we can take, but on what we can learn. What if this knowledge isn't here to control us, but to invite us, to grow, to wonder, to reach beyond? So tonight as you rest, let that future gently unfold in your mind. A world of light, of peace, of shared discovery. Not fantasy, but maybe, just maybe, a future waiting quietly. Back, you're resting now. Eyes closed, heart steady, mind floating in calm. And now we ask, who are they, the beings behind the craft? If these objects are not ours, then who made them? Are they visitors, explorers like us, searching for meaning beyond their world, or are they messengers? Not here to stay, but to show, to nudge us toward something greater. Some say they watch quietly, not to rule, but to wait, to see if we will rise, if we will meet them, not with fear, but with understanding. And others believe they have always been here, not strangers, but ancient neighbors, moving between worlds as easily as we walk through dreams. Perhaps they do not measure time as we do. Perhaps they do not need words. Their craft may be their message, their presence, a gentle reminder that we are not alone, that we are not the first to wonder, not the first to build, not the first to reach. So tonight as you drift, let go of fear. Think of them not as distant or strange, but as curious, as calm, as part of the same wide mystery you are already part of. One last time, you are still now calm, drifting, wrapped in silence. And here, at the end of our journey, we return to the mystery. Because whether reverse engineering UFOs is fact or fiction, one truth remains: we do not know everything. There are lights in the sky, questions in the dark, whispers in the quiet places of the world, and maybe that's enough. Not to fear, not to chase, but to wonder, to leave space for the unknown, to imagine that even now there is more to discover, more to learn, more to become. Some truths come slowly, some never come at all. And yet, the mystery itself is a kind of gift. It invites us to look up, to dream, to ask not just what is, but what could be. So tonight, as you rest, let the mystery stay with you, not heavy, not sharp, just a soft thread tied to the stars, reminding you that the universe is vast and you are part of its wonder. Good night, dear listener. The questions are enough, and sleep will carry you home.